Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 ended at Chapter 137, so Season 3 will begin right after that, starting from Chapter 138. So sit back and relax, because I'm going to simplify the entire JJK manga panel by panel in detailed explanations. The manga is currently in its final battle, and it's possible that this mind-blowing story might conclude by the end of this year. Anyway, let's begin our new story arc, the Itadori Extermination Arc. First, we're shown a satellite view of Japan. The Tokyo area where the Shibuya incident took place is completely blacked out. This means not a single living person is left there. And obviously, after such chaos, it's impossible for anyone to have survived. We then learn that all 23 wards of Tokyo City have been completely destroyed. Just imagine how many lives were lost. Next, we see the big boy Yuta Okkotsu standing in front of the Jujutsu higher-ups. They give him 5 key pieces of information, already shown in the anime, but let's recap. 1. Suguru Geto is alive, and orders have been given to kill him again. Of course, we know he isn't really Geto anymore, but the higher-ups don't know that. 2. Gojo acted against orders during the Shibuya incident, so he's considered guilty. Since he is currently sealed inside the prison realm, he must remain sealed. Anyone attempting to release him will be treated as a criminal. In reality, the higher-ups fear that if Gojo is unsealed, he might kill them all. 3. Masamichi Yaga, the principal of Jujutsu High, has been executed. The reason? His failure to control Gojo and Geto, which eventually led to the incident. 4. Yuji Itadori's execution, which Gojo had postponed, has now been resumed. The order is to kill Yuji. 5. Finally, Special Grade Sorcerer Yuta Okkotsu is assigned this mission. Yuta personally wants to kill Yuji because during the Shibuya incident, Yuji caused Inumaki to lose his arm. And since Inumaki is Yuta's friend, he seeks revenge. So here we are, JJK's 2 protagonists about to clash. And let me spoil you a little. From this point onward, the series becomes incredibly interesting. The scene shifts to the Zen'in Clan headquarters, where we meet Naoya Zen'in, an arrogant and misogynistic man. He asks his attendants about Maki, calling her beautiful but a fool for thinking she could ever stand equal to men. According to him, women who think they can match men don't deserve to live. That's Naoya's twisted mindset. Since Maki considered herself equal to him, he never liked her. He enters the office, meeting Naobito Zen'in's brothers, Jinichi and Ogi Zen'in. They scold him for being late, but Naoya arrogantly dismisses them. He's happy because he believes he'll soon be the clan's new leader. Jinichi gets angry and punches him, but Naoya dodges with ease. Even when Ogi draws his sword, he can't attack, because the next clan head is expected to be Naoya, son of the late Naobito Zen'in, the former leader. Then, an elder enters the room and announces that Naobito Zen'in had written a will before his death. Naobito had been weakened since the Shibuya incident and has finally passed away. So now it's time to appoint the next leader. The elder reads the will. The 27th leader of the Zen'in clan is to be Naoya Zen'in, and all wealth, warehouses, and cursed objects will pass to him. But there's a twist. If Satoru Gojo dies or becomes incapacitated, then Megumi Fushiguro will automatically inherit leadership of the Zen'in clan. This revelation drives Naoya into a furious rage. He sees Megumi as a threat to his power. An attendant informs him that Megumi is currently in Tokyo, searching for Sukuna's vessel, Yuji. Naoya, boiling with anger, decides he'll kill both Megumi and Yuji. The scene cuts to Special Grade Sorcerer Yuki Tsukumo. She's on the phone, apologizing for arriving late, probably speaking to the higher-ups. After hanging up, she reveals her true motives. She doesn't side with Jujutsu High or anyone else. Her goal is unique. She wants to completely eradicate all cursed spirits from the world. And now, she decides it's time to meet Master Tengen. Meanwhile, we find Yuji Itadori, sitting on stairs, hopeless and broken. Choso arrives and asks about his injuries. Yuji explains that Sukuna's healing allowed him to recover, but inside, Sukuna has grown even stronger. Choso reassures him, saying that as long as Yuji remains alive, he's like Choso's younger brother. He tells Yuji that he's free to return to Jujutsu High if he wants, but Yuji refuses, blaming himself for Sukuna's massacre during the Shibuya incident. He reminds Choso that he even killed his brothers. But Choso forgives him, saying Yuji didn't do it intentionally, and as his big brother, he accepts him. Just then, Yuta Okkotsu and Naoya Zen'in set out to execute Yuji Itadori. We cut to the scene from Season 2's ending. Yuji claps his hands on a bridge, luring out cursed spirits from the water. He runs at full speed, heading into an underground tunnel. Choso uses blood manipulation, piercing blood to kill many of them, while Yuji crushes one with a single punch, showing how much stronger and more controlled he's become. Choso even calls him a demon god in his thoughts, and again addresses him as little brother. Yuji asks him not to, but then brings up an observation. Didn't your father also have stitches on his forehead? This shocks Choso, hinting that Yuji's father might be Kenjaku himself. At this moment, Naoya Zen'in enters. He tells Yuji to run, revealing that Gojo is sealed and that Yuji's execution has been resumed. Yuji is shocked. He's saved countless sorcerers, and now he's the target. Naoya admits his true goal is killing Megumi, but he'll kill Yuji too. He attacks with lightning speed, overwhelming Yuji and Choso. But suddenly, all three of them freeze, sensing an overwhelming presence. It's not Gojo. It's Yuta Okkotsu. As a special grade sorcerer, his aura terrifies even grade 1s. Calmly, Yuta unsheathes his katana, saying Yuji won't be alone anymore. Yuji asks who he is and what he wants, but Yuta doesn't bother to answer. He leaps from a balcony, smashing walls with his landing, showcasing terrifying strength. Naoya immediately switches sides, claiming he's only here to kill Yuji and will let Yuta do it instead. While they talk, Choso warns Yuji to run, insisting that Naoya is manageable, but Yuta is far too powerful. Yuta and Yuji break into a chase, Yuji running with his insane physical ability and Yuta pursuing with his katana. Their speeds are nearly matched, shocking Yuta. Meanwhile, Naoya and Choso begin their own brutal hand-to-hand fight, with Choso getting serious to protect his younger brother. The Yuji-Yuta chase intensifies. Yuji dodges sword swings mid-air, hurls cars at Yuta, and finally arms himself with a knife from a car. He infuses it with cursed energy, attacking fiercely. But Yuta proves far too skilled, breaking Yuji's weapon and cutting his chest. Yuji counters, breaking Yuta's katana with a powerful kick, gaining confidence. Until Rika suddenly manifests. Her horrifying presence paralyzes Yuji. She restrains him while Yuta calmly apologizes and drives his broken katana into Yuji's chest, saying, "Sorry, Itadori." Inside, Sukuna laughs maniacally, realizing something important. And with that chilling scene, this episode ends. So finally, we got the much-awaited Yuji versus Yuta battle. Intense, thrilling, and beautifully written. At this point in the story, Yuji is dead. But as long as Sukuna lives inside him, his story is far from over.